Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning. That'll be the Beatles song called Good Morning. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but hey, good morning. Good morning por la morning. Good morning, Rainbow Wolf. Good morning, Marvelously Marissa. Good morning to you if you are on Facebook. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Blue Witch presents Coffee Break with Laura González. My name is Laura González, and I welcome you on Instagram and you on Facebook. I welcome you on Instagram and you on Facebook. I welcome you to the Coffee Break. Today is Friday. Yay! Today is Friday, March 20. Friday, March 20, and today we do tarot for the weekend, and we're going to have a couple of oracles. So, Unbridled Spirit Tarot, we're going to do the sweary affirmations. You know, I'll have to edit some of the messages in those. We will have the Revelator deck. We're going to have the Dogwood Tarot, the Rider-Waite Smith, and the Bee Tarot. Last day of winter. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm starting my fan because I'm getting a little hot in here. And yeah, last day of winter. I'm having my coffee. Some people might be having Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper. I don't know. What y'all drinking over there? Was baby drinking? All right, let us breathe on this glorious last day of winter in Chicago. Last day of winter everywhere, but you know, Chicago's really showing up today. It's like 60 degrees outside today. Woohoo! Yes, I'm going to put on shorts and I'm going to go take a walk. Elderberry tea, says Rainbow Wolf. And let us breathe together, friends. Let us take some breaths. We breathe in oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide. We breathe in the gifts of all the green siblings. Breathe out carbon dioxide so they can feed from us. And we ask the divine to let us see what we need to see today and that information be used for the greater good. So be it. Feeding a very squirmy baby a bottle. He spilled my ginger ale and lemonade. La Megan just joined. And I don't know if you noticed, guys, but I'm not very into breathe in the good stuff, breathe out the bad stuff, or breathe in positivity, breathe out negativity. Why? We're breathing out carbon dioxide that feeds the trees, the algae, the grass, the plankton, and we are breathing in oxygen that is produced by all our green kin. I don't abide by saying I gotta breathe out negativity and then feed that to the trees. I'm breathing out carbon dioxide. Period. I am trying to foster and to remind you and to remind us all that we indigenous people have been saying forever, we are part of nature and not apart from nature. First card of today, dun, 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 is going to be the first one, which is the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Thank you, Rainbow Wolf. Rainbow Wolf says, I like your version. I like my version too. Eight of Swords. Ay, Dios mío. I can't see it, but I refuse to put on the glasses. No, I got him right here. I will put him on. Eight of Swords. By the way, those who asked me about the blurry vision, I Googled it. You know, you're not supposed to Google things like that. But they say after a sinus infection, you might have a little bit of an inflammation on the brain, and that could cause blurry vision. Things have been pecking away at the Aquarian for so long, they have forgotten what is normal and find themselves in a situation where they are enslaved to their own thought patterns. The bondage that is implied by this card and represented by the trailing ivy stifle the individual further. Negative thought upon thought reaffirm their fears and insecurities, causing them to further to retreat into a worrisome world. I mean, I think everybody is worried at this point. And if you're not worried, it's because you haven't been paying attention. Things have been pegging away at the Aquarian for so long that they have forgotten what normal is and find themselves in a situation where they are enslaved to their own thought patterns. The bondage that is implied by this card and represented by the trailing ivy stifle the individual further. Negative thought upon thought reaffirm their fear and insecurities, causing them to further retreat into a worrisome world. And again, folks, if you are living your life and you are like, la la la, hunky dory, everything is good, I am sorry for you because the world is in a really bad situation. And denial or the privilege to close our eyes and pretend that nothing is happening is not healthy. You know, there are a lot of things happening that are not necessarily good things, and we're all worried and we're all upset and we're all anxious, and everybody's under feelings and everybody's under emotions, and we ought to be gentle with each other, but we have to be gentle with ourselves first, right? So yeah, some fears are a little unfounded. It just are cause of the global worry, and some fears are very real, right? But we cannot allow our fear to stop us. We're not going to be careless, but we also are not going to be paralyzed by the fear. Hello, Masasmundo, and hello, Efren Arcoiris. Hello, sister. Let's see what the Rider-Waite Smith has for us today. And we have the Page of Wands reversed, right? We have the Page of Wands, and he is reversed. This is an energy that could be queer in nature, kind of like youthful, queer, very playful. So normally the Page of Wands is very playful. Think about a hummingbird jumping from flower to flower, drinking the nectar, and being very flirtatious and creative, flirtatious, um, happy-go-lucky, right? And when the card is reversed, it's telling us that this person has become a little weary. They're maybe not as active as they used to. Maybe their creativity is a little bit stifled. And maybe they're just not feeling themselves. And again, this is our second card today that is talking about maybe we're not feeling ourselves. Maybe we are in our feelings. Maybe we are not comfortable about certain things in life. Maybe we are worried. So we're feeling kind of stuck, right? We wish to be playful and creative, but it feels like I don't know where to begin. I don't know where to start. I don't know how to move. So I think it's my job to remind you of two things. Thing number one, you can rest. Thing number one is you can disconnect, you can rest, you can go in your cocoon, you can, you know, you can leave the dirty dishes one day, you can not open emails immediately. You can not do the homework today. You can not answer the messages immediately. That's option number one. Option number two is do something little. If you have 20 things that you need to do, do two, right? Do the two that are the biggest priority. And then maybe do another one, right? Um, the person that I follow, there's a person I follow for my exercises when I walk in place here at home when there are days that I cannot go out. And there are days I cannot go out for various reasons. Why? Sometimes it's the weather, sometimes it's the violence, sometimes it's the people that look like me are being kidnapped, right? So sometimes I don't go out. And I'll put a workout video, marching in place video. And she says all the time, right? If you don't want to start, if you don't want to do anything, promise yourself you'll do 5 minutes. And chances are you will continue until the video end, which is usually 20 minutes. And there's nothing but the truth, right? You, when you don't want to do anything, when you feel stuck, when you feel trapped, when you feel held back, do 5 minutes. Do 5 minutes and then see how you feel after 5 minutes, and then maybe I do another three, or baby steps, as they say. Salud. Baby steps and gentleness. Times are really weird. So the next card that we're going to pull is from the Revelator deck. And I found out that you can do reversals. So now I have to shuffle them and make sure some are right side up and some are upside down. And this is a tiny deck. There's only, I think there's 24 cards. Created by the one and only Byron Ballard in partnership with another artist whose name I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. But let's see what the Revelator cards has for us today. Directly from the Appalachian Mountains. Appalachian Wisdom. Please don't be a bug. We have washing, and the card of washing, but it came out reversed. Maybe it's a day to not do laundry. I don't know. Got it wrong. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Megan. You can always watch the recording later, my friend. Okay, washing. Where are you? Washing. Hey, it's a short but sweet message. Stop airing your dirty laundry. Stop airing your dirty laundry. Mama Appalachia say to be discreet and to be quiet for a little bit. Stop airing your dirty laundry. What does that mean to you guys? To me, it means that sometimes we overshare. And as a person who tends to be anxious myself, that is one of my biggest fears. Like, oh my God, I overshare with somebody and now they're going to think I'm weird. Guess what? I'm weird, whether I overshare or not. I'm weird. I'm special, right? We all are. But yeah, the advice that we're getting for this weekend is like, as we say in Mexico City, calle 12. Not say anything. Quite the opposite of what's going on. I thought I was not going to talk about it, but I want to talk about it. Trigger warning. We're going to talk about sexual assault. You're more like to weird to me than you're more like to weird me in that weird me out. I I don't understand, Marisa. Maybe somebody can decipher for me. Anyway, the whole Dolores Huerta Cesar Chavez thing that is happening. 96-year-old activist Dolores Huerta coming out saying that she was sexually assaulted um, by Cesar Chavez. I like to say Cesar Chavez because that's the name, right? Even though he hated undocumented migrants and he was like a pick me and um, turns out a terrible human and an abuser and a PDF. Um, it's horrible. It's horrible that that happens. It's horrible that that happens to little girls and women. I appreciate how swiftly the community erased Cesar Chavez from the conversation and from the narrative and from life. Basically, his legacy is dead. So let's now do it with the tios and the cousins and the daddy and the brother. I think it's time for us on the Latino, Hispanic, Mexican, Mexican American, Hispanic American, Latin American, whatever you fucking call us. Oh, we all have our nationalities, but people like to put us on neat little boxes of we are Latinos or Hispanic or Spanish. I'm Mexican, I'm indigenous, some other people are of different ethnicity. But in our Latin American countries and communities, it's very common to feel shame and not talk about it. And I think that the example from that European lady that was assaulted so many times, where she said the shame should be changing places, I think we're doing it. I think we're switching the shame to those who should be ashamed to be abusers. And so we are ashamed no more, and we are quiet no more. And we're gonna out el tío, the cousin, the brother. My daddy was a rapist, and my dad was a pedophile. Horrible, horrible human being. Horrible. Smart as a whip, right? He was very wise, but his wisdom and his talent didn't, stop him from being an abuser. You know, physical abuser, mental abuser, sexual abuser, like a horrible human. I hope he is rotten in hell. you know. So we're not gonna be quiet anymore, and we're gonna out and we're gonna erase legacies, and we're gonna fucking do it. I swear too much already. You won't wear me out. Instead, I'll be more in. Okay, I got it. I got it. Thank you, Marissa. Let's see what the Darkwood Tarot has for us today. And of course, we're gonna believe women, and we're gonna believe victims. Right? Those days when we doubt or we shame or we were quiet, they're over. Six of Pentacles. Our next card for today is the Six of Pentacles. And this is a card that is talking about abundance. It's talking about sharing. It's talking about standing with community. It's talking about reciprocity. It's talking about giving and receiving. And because there are pentacles, they could be very well related to financial gain. So this might be the moment where we are starting a business, or we are reaping the benefits of something that we invested on before. Or maybe this is the time that we feel like we need to invest on something or someone, and that the rewards will come up later. But two facts are truth for this card. It's a card of reciprocity, right? It's kind of like a social responsibility of sharing your wealth. And it's also about feeling firm within community, right? This card is really heavy with that message of community, reciprocity, good health, wealth, abundance, business, right? And even our physical well-being, right? I'm not a doctor. This is not a diagnosis for anybody. But the card, because they are pentacles, they could relate to our physical well-being. So the Six of Pentacles, I think a lot of healing could be in place also happening, right? Says Masas Mundo. Good, good, good. I'm glad that is being, messages have been received. Rainbow Wolf says, thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. You guys made this community. I mean, I can talk about the Blue Witch community until I'm blue in the face. I wish. If you guys weren't here, there would be no community. If you guys weren't here, it will be just Laura talking on her own, you know. So you all make the Blue Witch community. And Masas Mundo, I wish you said more than but you don't have to. Because I don't know which part landed on you. But I'm guessing the community, being rooted on community, you know, being there for each other, giving and receiving, investing on people, feeling healthy, feeling wealthy, feeling strong, strongly held by your community. Okay, guys. Swearing affirmations. I was supposed to not swear. I already swore twice. I guess we're just going to read the card as it goes. Internet went out and only heard a bit, but yeah, that part. Okay, yeah, that's what I figured. All right, guys. Swearing affirmations. Let's bring some light color into our day. I'm gonna read it straight up because I already swear 3 times, okay? I cannot show it though. I think the thing is that you're not supposed to show it, but say it, or you're not supposed to say it, but show it. I don't even know anymore. What are you waiting for? Go out there and effing do it. What are you waiting for? Go out there and effing do it. What are you waiting for? Go out there and effing do it. I didn't say that. The sweary affirmations say that. My friend Michelle, not this Michelle, another Michelle, gifted me this, and I have lost them for a long time, and I found them when I found the Revelator deck, and I'm like, could I do it? Yeah, if I edited, but then I swear so much today. Anyway, you guys, speaking of effing do it, this Sunday, the Embodying the Teteoh is really, really, really a good one. I really hope you join us. You can pay $13, $20, or $26, right? It's pay what you can. And we're going to be talking about Xilonen, and we're going to be talking about Xipe Totec. And those are two forces of nature that they talk about growth and breaking the soil and tilling the soil and ripping away what is no longer needed and kind of like growing a new skin, stuff like that. Sacrifice. Yeah, that kind of sacrifice. But also the metaphorical sacrifice, right? What are things that we are willing to cut off in order to grow? And it's very, very, very fitting for spring to reflect on those things. So I really want to invite you all to come. If you've never been to an Embodying the Teteoh, make this one the first one that you come through. Let me tell you how they go. We get together, we talk about what we mean with saying Embodying the Teteoh. We talk about mythology. We talk about the myth of the Teteos, right? We talk about, in this case, we're going to talk about Xilonen, and then we're going to talk about Xipe Totec. And then we do a little meditation reflection to kind of embody those energies. And after the meditation reflection, we stop the recording because the next part is confidential. The next part is people expressing themselves. Very deep reflections, right? That come from embodying this mythology, embodying these archetypes. And we get together not to fix people, not to advise people, not to judge people. We get together solely to hold space for each other, right? To make it a space in which people can share what is heavy at the moment. So Rainbow Wolf, Masas Mundo, Efren Arcoiris, La Megan, Marvelously Marissa, everybody, I hope that you join us this Sunday. We're going to have that event that they happen once a month. I messed up something and now I cannot see you. It's okay. Um, they happen once a month, and I hope that we see you. That's gonna be on Sunday. And hello, Lourdes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. On Saturday, so tomorrow, we're gonna have our Blue Witch Live in the Wheel Ostara edition. We're gonna do a little Ostara ritual. We're gonna get together. You're gonna bring your stuff for your altar. You're gonna bring one of those plastic eggs for Easter and a pen and paper. We're gonna get together. We're gonna talk about Ostara. We're gonna talk about the myth of the Ostre. We're gonna talk about the season. We're gonna do a little bit of a kind of like a ritual meditation, and within it, we're gonna do a little spell of planting seeds. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a cool ritual. I hope you join us. What should I use if I don't have those plastic eggs? Like a little bag, like a little sack or something. Even the piece of paper itself, you can just fold on itself and seal. Maybe tie it with string or something like that. The idea is that you don't look at the paper until I'm going to tell you tomorrow. So if you don't have one of those plastic Easter eggs, fear not. Bring a little piece of string so that you can tie the the note so you don't open it, right? Or if you have a little baggie, like the baggies that I use for the tarot, like one of those little sacks like this, you know. I was trying to do the egg because Easter, the hair, the eggs, all that. I got small bags and other options. Okay, cool. So that's tomorrow at 7 live here on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you don't know what I said and you missed some of the information, bluewitch.org, bluewitch.org. So you can find the calendar and everything is on the calendar. All right, folks, last card for today. Oh my goodness. Here comes the sun. Doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. Doo 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 doo. Here comes the sun is our last card for today to welcome spring. Look at that beautiful sun. Um, the baby's too small for egg hunting. Yes, absolutely. So we don't have any eggs. Yeah, any sack will work. Any little baggie or string will work. This is the card of the sun, my friends. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at how beautiful it is. So many horses. Here comes the sun. And it came right side up for us. Thank you, guys. Listen, listen. The Greek god Helios takes to the sky, flying his sun chariot to bright light and warmth to the world below. Think about how you feel when you walk outside on a warm spring day, the sun shining down on your face. The spirit of the sun embodies that feeling of contentment, celebration, achievement, a sense of liberation and happiness. You have come to a time where you will find success and reassurance close at hand. Take pleasure in knowing that you now have a moment to let the sun shine and enjoy all you have worked hard toward. What a beautiful message. The Greek god Helios takes to the sky, flying his sun chariot to bright light and warmth to the world below. Think about how you feel when you walk outside on a warm spring day, the sun shining down on your face. The spirit of the sun embodies that feeling of contentment, celebration, achievement, a sense of liberation, and happiness. Yes, please, we need all that. You have come to a time where you will find success and reassurance close at hand. Take pleasure in knowing that you now have a moment to let the sun shine and enjoy all you have worked hard toward. Good day, sunshine. Do do do. Good day, sunshine. Do 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 do. Good day, sunshine. I take a walk. The sun is shining up. Hello, afraid of so many things. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, the sun came and everything else disappeared. The sun came and everything else don't matter anymore. It is a wonderful, wonderful sign for us to say goodbye to winter. Bye-bye, winter. Bye-bye, winter. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the back. And welcome spring and welcome sun and welcome sunshine. Look at all those hearts. You guys are warming up my heart. Thank you to my little sunshines, to all the Blue Witch team, to all the Blue Witch community. And my name is Laura González. Until we meet again, never forget that you are love and the sun is shining. Bye-bye.